You sit there waiting for motivation to come. Days pass, weeks pass. Your life remains exactly the same. What you don't realize is this: action creates motivation, not the other way around. In the Shaolin Temple, we don't wait to feel ready. We rise at 4:30 a.m. every day, regardless of how we feel. The body follows the decision of the mind. In this video, I will guide you through the ancient principles of forced action, the same methods that transform ordinary people into masters of their own destiny. When you understand this, you will never again be a prisoner of your emotions. The moment you open your eyes is the most critical battle of your entire day. Your mind whispers, 5 more minutes. It's too cold. You deserve rest. This is the voice of weakness testing your resolve. In our temple, we have a saying, the first victory happens before sunrise. When you force yourself out of bed immediately, no negotiation, no debate, you send a powerful message to every cell in your body. I am the commander here, not my feelings. Think of your mind like a wild horse. Every morning it tries to throw you off. But when you grab the reins firmly and say, "We ride now," something profound happens. The horse learns who is master. Practice this. Tonight, place your alarm across the room. When it rings, count 3, 2, 1 and stand up immediately. No thinking, pure action. This single habit will revolutionize your relationship with discipline. Your comfort zone is not your friend. It is a beautiful prison. The greatest warriors understand. Growth lives on the other side of that initial resistance. When you feel that inner hesitation, that's not a stop sign. It's a doorway to your transformation. Your emotions are like weather patterns. They come and go, but you are the mountain. Too many people wait for the right mood to take action. They become slaves to their internal climate. In Shaolin practice, we train in scorching heat and freezing cold. Why? Because conditions will never be perfect. The warrior who only fights, when feeling strong, has already lost the war. When resistance arises, and it will arise every single day, observe it like a cloud passing through the sky. Say to yourself, "I see you, fear, I see you, laziness, but I am not you." Then move forward anyway. Try this powerful technique. When you don't feel like training, working, or facing a difficult task, set a timer for just 5 minutes. Tell yourself, "I will act for only 5 minutes." What happens? The hardest part is starting. Once in motion, momentum takes over. Most times you'll continue far beyond those 5 minutes. Remember this truth: your feelings are terrible advisors. They change with the wind. But your commitments, your disciplines, these are the bedrock upon which empires are built. The amateur waits for inspiration. The master creates it through action. Which one will you choose to be? Perfectionism is procrastination wearing a beautiful mask. You tell yourself, "I need the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect preparation." Meanwhile, life passes you by. In our temple, we have a principle: better to walk imperfectly than to wait perfectly. The path reveals itself through movement, not through endless planning. Think of water flowing down a mountain. Does it wait for the perfect route? No, it begins moving, finding its way around obstacles, creating its path through consistent action. Here's what few understand. Excellence comes from repetition, not from perfect conditions. Every master was once a disaster. Every expert was once a beginner who refused to quit. Practice this today. Choose one task you've been postponing. Set a timer for 25 minutes and work on it with whatever resources you have right now. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Now. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. The world doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who begin. Your future self is begging you to start today with whatever you have, wherever you are. When doubt whispers, "You're not ready," answer back, "I will become ready through action." Small actions, repeated daily, create extraordinary results. This is the secret the masses never grasp. They seek the dramatic gesture, the overnight transformation. But true power lies in the mundane, the repetitive, the seemingly insignificant daily practices. In Shaolin training, we perform the same. Basic movements thousands of times. Why? Because excellence is not an act, it's a habit. Your daily routines are either building you up or breaking you down. There is no neutral ground. Consider this. Reading 10 pages daily equals 3,750 pages per year. That's 12 on 15 books. Exercising 20 minutes daily equals 121 hours of training annually. These numbers don't lie. Consistency trumps intensity. Create what I call non-negotiable minimums. These are actions so small you have no excuse to skip them. Can't do 50 push-ups, do 5. Can't meditate for an hour, sit for 2 minutes. The goal is not the size of the action, it's the unbroken chain of showing up. Here's a powerful truth. When you honor your commitments to yourself, especially on days you don't feel like it, you build something more valuable than muscle or knowledge. You build unshakable self-trust. Your disciplines are deposits in the bank of character. Every time you act despite not feeling like it, you become wealthier in ways money cannot measure. Every significant action you take will face resistance. This is not a sign you're on the wrong path. It's proof you're on the right one. The mind creates fear to keep you safe, but safety is the enemy of greatness. In our monastery, we say, "The demon you're avoiding is guarding the treasure you seek." That phone call you're dreading, that conversation you're postponing, that project gathering dust, these are not obstacles. They are opportunities disguised as dragons. When resistance strikes, use this technique. Name it out loud. This is fear speaking. This is my comfort zone fighting for survival. When you name the enemy, you strip away its power. Remember, resistance is proportional to importance. The more something matters to your growth, the more your mind will resist it. This is why the most important tasks often feel the hardest to begin. Here's what the masters know. You don't need to feel brave to act brave. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's action in the presence of fear. Every time you move forward despite inner resistance, you're training your warrior spirit. The gap between who you are and who you could become is measured in the actions you take when you don't feel like it. Your future greatness is calling you right now through that very resistance you feel. Stop negotiating with weakness. Your destiny doesn't care about your feelings, it cares about your actions. Momentum is the force that turns mountains into molehills. Once you begin, staying in motion requires far less energy than starting from zero. This is why the ancient masters say, the first step costs everything, the second step costs less, the 1,000th step costs nothing. In Shaolin discipline, we use what I call action stacking. Complete one small task, then immediately begin another. Don't give your mind time to negotiate. Action breeds action. Success breeds success. When you're stuck, remember this principle. Motion creates emotion. Your body leads, your mind follows. Start with your hands, your feet. Physical. Movement shifts mental states faster than any thought ever could. Here's a powerful practice. Create a momentum trigger. One specific action that always leads to another. Maybe it's putting on your training clothes, opening your notebook, or stepping outside. This single act becomes your domino that starts the chain reaction. The amateur stops when tired. The professional stops when done. But the master has trained himself to find energy within the action itself. Every step forward generates the power for the next step. Think of yourself as a locomotive. Starting is hard, all that inertia to overcome. But once moving, you become an unstoppable force. Your disciplines are the tracks that keep you aligned, while momentum carries you forward. The most dangerous moment is not when you're tired, It's when you stop. Guard your momentum like a warrior guards his sword. It's easier to keep the fire burning than to restart it from cold ashes. You are not here to live an ordinary life. You are here to master yourself, to transcend your limitations, to become someone your current self cannot even imagine. But this transformation happens in one place only, in your daily actions. The Shaolin path teaches, your practice is your prayer. Every push-up is a conversation with your potential. Every early morning is a declaration of your values. Every action taken despite resistance is a vote for the person you're becoming. Here's the ultimate truth. Discipline is freedom. When you control your actions, you control your destiny. When you master your mornings, you master your life. When you act despite your feelings, you become unstoppable. The gap between dreams and reality is called discipline. Not motivation, not inspiration, not perfect circumstances, discipline. And discipline is nothing more than remembering what you want and acting accordingly, regardless of how you feel. Your future self is watching you right now. Every decision you make, every action you take or avoid, is either bringing you closer to that person or pushing them further away. Which direction will you choose? The time for waiting is over. The time for excuses has passed. Your transformation begins with your very next action. Not tomorrow's perfect plan, but today's imperfect step. Remember, you don't need to feel ready to begin. You don't need motivation to take action. You need one thing only, the decision to move. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. But above all, start now. Because the Master knows this eternal truth. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Your destiny is not written in the stars. It's forged in your daily disciplines. Master this and you master your life. Master your life and nothing will ever own you again. The path is before you. The choice is yours. What will your next action be?